Hello. So today I thought I'd talk a little bit about pets. Ow, ow. The first ever pets I guess I had were goldfish. As a kid I found these kind of cool to look at but a bit boring. The most fun thing that ever happened was when I was helping my mum clean out the tank, and one of the fish, I was putting it in the net to put it into some water while we were cleaning the tank out, and the fish hopped out and jumped into mum's underwear drawer. Don't think the fish was quite the same afterwards. The pet I really wanted was a dog. I figured the best way to do this was just to beg, basically. So I began my mission to actually get a dog. This literally consisted of me pestering my parents. Basically every waking minute of every day, I made them and my entire family fill out questionnaires, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would be your favourite pet? And if you could have any pet, what would it be? What would be your second choice? And I did loads of graphs and I just was going mental. And this was literally going on for about a year. So after pestering my parents and loading them with guilt on a daily basis, we finally got a dog. My friends at school, by the way, were really impressed with this, kept coming to me for like tips and pointers on how they could do the same. And in some cases it actually worked. We got a dog from Battersea Dogs Home. She was about 2 weeks from being put down when we bought her, but we didn't know that at the time because obviously they can't tell you that kind of thing. And that was because she'd been returned so many times. She had a few like behavioural issues when we got her because she'd literally been abused by her previous owners and stuff like that. But after like some support and like letting her know that we're not going to hurt her, she was amazing. She soon became my best friend and we literally did everything together. I'd sneak her on family holidays. I taught her to eat at the table and stuff like that. I taught her that if she was in trouble she should run to me, and basically if anyone was going to give her any grief I'd stand up for her. So we both got up to lots of mischief together. One such occasion actually comes to mind. I was really late for school and I arrived basically midway through one of our morning classes. As I was saying goodbye to my mum, I sneakingly let my dog Bess off the lead and she just ran around the classroom and it was pure chaos. There were kids screaming, there were some kids jumping up on tables terrified, and my teacher was just there trying to restore order and I was like laughing my head off. If anyone was ever ill, she'd snuggle up to them. So much so that my mum sometimes used her as a gauge to see if we were like faking being ill or something. We're a nutty family, honestly. She was so in touch with how everyone was feeling and she was such a massive part of our family. I also got some hamsters. There was Hammy, Harry, Holly, see a bit of a theme going on here, and Pepper. Break the cycle of H's. Hammy I had the longest. I had her for nearly 3 years. I used to put her in my pocket and take her everywhere. I'd even put her into toy cars and then push her down the slide in my back garden. One day she got out of her cage. This had happened a few times, so we didn't panic. We looked for her and we pulled the bed out in the room, and when we rolled it back we realised that she had been squished and her ear was half off. She was still alive though, so I scooped her up and we took her to the vet. She had stitches and antibiotics, but she only lived another 2 weeks after that. I got Harry and he didn't live very long, he got ill. And Holly also got pretty ill as well and died. I only had Holly for like 3 months, I think, if that. And then there was Pepper, and Pepper was cool and friendly and a great hamster, really. I didn't take him out as much, though I did used to put him in a little hamster ball and he'd run round the living room. And he was my last hamster. I didn't get any more hamsters after that. Then Bess, our dog, died in 2004. She got a brain tumour. We kept trying to keep her going as long as possible. She found it hard to walk in the end. So I bought her a second-hand buggy for like 10 quid and I'd put her in it and I'd like push her around the place so she could look around and get some fresh air and that kind of thing. Looking back on it, I'm really glad I got that for her. So we had to put her down shortly after that and it was one of the hardest things ever. It was just so traumatic, I think. We all were destroyed. It was just so horrible. Bess was awesome. She really was. So then in 2004 we got our second and our current dog, Lily. She was also from Battersea, and as soon as I saw her I just fell in love with her. She was so full of play and full of fun when we got her, and even though she's 10 years old now, she still acts like a big kid. She's very sensitive though, and she thinks she's a cat. I mean, she walks on top of the sofa, like along the top. And sometimes when we're all eating dinner as a family, she hops on top of the table. It's like, Lily, what are you doing? She is a really, really big part of our family. Lily, I can't imagine not having Lily. On to the most recent pet, even though we still have Lily, but Eris was an impulsive buy, and that was completely me. You know, couples sometimes buy a pet. But we were going to do that, we were going to buy some fish, but ended up with a rabbit. Though it's been a lot of hard work, I wouldn't change it. She is also such a big part of our family. She is one of the clan now, Eris is, and we love her to bits. I'm so glad that I grew up with pets and had pets around when I was a kid. I really love animals. I think they bring out the best in us. They're so understanding and they're so loyal. They bring people together and they're amazing. Animals are awesome. I love animals. So that's just a bit of insight into the animals that I've had. Jay and Cheryl both covered this topic, so I'll put videos up here of their videos. What about you guys? Have you had any pets, or are you not really an animal person, or what's the crack there? Yes, that's my ramble about my pets. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!